Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel where skincare is all about progression over perfection because perfection doesn't exist. Glass skin, a trend that you kind of love or you kind of hate, but really the effect of glass skin is just good, well-maintained, healthy skin. Glass skin, I feel, has been kind of like misconstrued as just looking really fucking shiny, looking a little bit greasy, and that's where all the questions come in of like, people just look greasy to me. When really what glass skin is numerous different factors. It's deep hydration, it's evening out skin tone and texture, well moisturized skin. There are so many different factors to it. Calmed and soothed skin. So it is something you need to achieve in the long run, right? However, there are times when sometimes I do look dry as fuck. Sometimes I do look really dull and I do need that kind of like instant pick me up and almost cheat my skin to look healthy, to have glass skin. And there's a few ways I do that temporarily without looking greasy, without looking gross, without looking sweaty and just oddly shiny, and I'm going to share them with you today. The first thing that I've done for a long time, we've talked about a lot on this channel, is not the 7 skin method, but more of like a 3 skin method. Toner used to be referred to as skin in K-beauty a while ago. I believe it's all just called toner nowadays. And the 7 skin method was simply layering 7 layers of toner, the same toner, in the hydrating start part of your routine, and then moving on into the rest of your routine. And this would give you an instant, dewy, plump looking glow, but it was overkill. You definitely do not need to do this 7 times to get the same effect. I find that 3 or 4 times is more than enough to get the same looking result. So after cleansing, apply 3 or 4 layers of toner, really taking your time, however, to pat this in. I like to leave my skin a little bit damp still after the cleanse, making sure I have removed any kind of like soap suds or cleanser suds or whatever. And then on damp skin, apply a hydrating toner, a repairing toner, no actives, 3 to 4 times onto your skin. As I mentioned, gently pat in. The gentler you are, my skin's very reactive, so if I'm not gentle, my skin will go red. So very gently pat that into your skin and allow your skin to really soak it in. Once your skin feels relatively not dry, but not wet with toner, apply your next layer and so on and so forth. However, if you do not have the time, there is another shortcut to this. Get yourself a mist toner. I like the Dauber one. Recently, I got this Beauty Bay one, which I also like a lot. And then you can just apply this mist generously between certain steps. So cleanse, mist your face. Hydrating serum, mist your face. Another serum that's not an active, mist your face. And on that last step before moisturizer, do a really generous layer. So you're just putting this moisturizer on what feels like wet skin and rub in until your skin just looks dewy, glowy, and plump. But make sure it's dry. You should be able to rub your finger along your skin and not feel any product coming off. And that really is one of the key differences, is your skin should be glowing, not whatever product is sat on top of your skin. They, for me, are the 2 simplest ways to do this without having to have an exact product. But now I want to tell you about exact products, which really do kind of cheat your way to glass skin. I've mentioned this one before. This is a brand called Slurp Laboratories, who I feel like people don't talk about enough. Have I got dog hair here? And they do some really good products. One of the products that I love from them is Hydromer. Now, they call this a perfecting shield, but really it's kind of like a primer meets hydrating soothing serum. They say that Hydromer is a liquid shield composed of Jeju algae polymers developed to reduce flare-ups and clogging triggered by external irritants and prime skin for an all-day smooth, luminous finish with or without makeup. Containing Carver algae, Irish moss algae, which is full of antioxidants, really moisturizing and hydrating, can help soothe the skin as well. They got hydrolyzed sclerotium, gum, and beta-glucan, and dipotassium glycyrrhizate, which helps with texture, pores, forming that layer, this like smooth, really shiny canvas across your skin. Then they say because they're thermo-reversible, fucodiene-rich film that helps prime the skin, getting it ready for tinted sunscreen or makeup, lowering the chances of clogged pores, congested pores, smudging, and as well as reducing oxidization of foundation. And what I will say is this does leave a really luminous glow that they do say you can wear without makeup, but it's a little bit too luminous, so I always pair this with a tinted sunscreen. But this glow will shine through whatever foundation you're wearing. So even if you have a matte foundation, this will give you a nice natural glow from within. If you have a dewy foundation, this will just add to that glow without you looking greasy and shiny. If you don't love such a huge glow, and people who don't love glass skin but still want their skin to look happy and healthy will love Glow Hub's Glazed Face Frosting Serum Drops. They sent me these were gifted, and I just kind of had these sitting around for a while because I was like, sounds like makeup to me, but they describe this as a serum primer highlighter hybrid. They say that it adds a glossy glaze to your complexion, designed to double as a primer as well as a highlighter. This hybrid works instantly to illuminate the complexion with a healthy glow, as well as containing skin-loving ingredients, which they don't list, but in here I can see glycerin, squalane, rosehip oil, hydrolyzed hyaluronic acid, so nice and hydrating, niacinamide as well, and olive fruit oil, but all in this really, really nice lightweight product. I avoided this because I did just think it might be like, you know, like Glow Recipes, niacinamide dewdrops, which are amazing. I love them, which I haven't mentioned here because we all know that one, but that's instant glass skin too. So I thought this would be like that with like a bit of glitter in it or something, because I like highlighter, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be like really shiny and sheeny and glowy and gross. It's got a very slight tint to it, which I will say you won't massively benefit from with the glazed version unless you go for something like their Sunrise color. They also have a golden hour color and a love flush color, which are slightly different shades, like goldens and reds. The glazed one is a more neutral looking kind of tone, like looking color, like peachy color that does slightly even out your skin tone, but not massively, but still gives you a your skin but better kind of look. And the glow it gives just again gives you a very nice, natural, well hydrated glass skin glow from within. And what I like about this one is it's hydrating and moisturizing enough to be used in place of a moisturizer, especially for my oily T-zone. I may not be getting the benefits of a moisturizer, but if I want to go out and just look nicer and my skin not feel dry, not be like too oily, then I can use this and my face still looks good. It still looks sheeny in all the right ways without looking greasy. And then of course, this will glow from under your makeup. Now, I'm not a makeup-y kind of person. I really often don't really know how to use makeup, but one thing I do love are cushion compacts. This is the Romand Bare Water Cushion. Unfortunately, at the moment, it does only come in 5 shades. I am the darkest shade in this, which is sand, but they say you should use this to achieve moist and transparent skin. Adds a light moisture radiance without excessive glow. Clear water base allows a light and fresh skin expression. It contains 10 types of hyaluronic acid, along with aquaceramides, and really does feel hydrating, like moisturizing. I don't like my makeup to look matte. I don't want a full coverage either. All I want is a nice coverage, but I just want to look nicely moisturized, if that makes sense. And I do like a little bit of my natural rosacea to shine through. It gives my skin a bit more depth, I feel, and I don't just look like one single color, because I'm not going to go in with like eye products or what's the other things? Bronzer, highlighter, blush, like all that kind of stuff. But yes, I love this. It's so lightweight. It's got a nice dewy finish. I don't have to wear primers with it or anything like that. I can just apply this after my moisturizer. Even if I've really layered up my hydration, even if I've used a heavy moisturizer, this doesn't like skid around on my skin. It doesn't like, I don't know makeup terms, but it just applies flawlessly, effortlessly. I've got it on now with this dewy, very natural looking glow to it. It's hard to find. A lot of Korean foundation cushions say they have a dewy finish, but they really don't. Like they don't. Like it's maybe a little bit shiny, but it's not hydrating feeling and watery like this one. But if you don't want to wear makeup, obviously tinted sunscreens are usually a great option to go for because they do often leave like this dewy glow. The Sun Barrier Mineral Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 50 plus PA4 pluses from Prequel is one of my favorite mineral sunscreens. As somebody with rosacea, chemical sunscreens can flare me up. Sometimes I feel like it just depends on the a day. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, and I'm still not sure which chemical filter flares me up. So yes, this is a mineral sunscreen, so those with deeper skin tones will not be able to use this. It does have a slight peachy tint to it, which I don't think they did to try and counterbalance that at all, but this peachy hue kind of blends into the skin and leaves this more natural, more even kind of finish to the skin. I am slightly tanned and I do struggle with most zinc sunscreens still, to be honest with you. It gives me like this gray finish to my skin. So to have this peachy hue that really glows and shines through those mineral filters is perfect for me. So this contains bisabol and centella asiatica, which helps reduce redness as well, which I find sunscreens always give me and is not glass skin. Punjamaya, I think is called, which reduces skin stress, helps with like UV exposure. And then they have a skincare technology called lamellar phase emulsion, which is structurally similar to intercellular skin lipids, supports the skin barrier to help guard against irritants, but it reduces moisture loss and promotes skin luminosity. And you do see this. And what I like about this is I can layer this up throughout the day with that peachy hue, with that peachy tone, which makes my skin look just a touch more even and glowy and dewy. But I can add to this. If I'm out in the sun religiously every 2 hours, I can apply this and not get greasy. It doesn't just turn into like a chalky white mess. Now, I believe there is mica in this, but you don't get that usual mica kind of look to it, where it's almost like pearly, luminescent kind of thing. It's just a nice, natural, glowy, dewy sheen. But as I stressed right at the beginning, these are things you should be doing alongside. If you want glass skin, you should be doing these things alongside every day, like weekly doings. Double cleansing to make sure you remove all your sunscreen, all your makeup, exfoliation, hydrating, being very picky with your treatment stages, focusing on soothing redness and irritation to reduce that redness, AHAs to help even out your skin tone and texture, PHAs particularly, very good at doing the same thing, but at that hydration level, moisturizing, and sunscreen, of course, all helping you achieve real long-term glass skin. But let me know what you think about these picks down below. If you've used any of them, let me know in the comments. You can watch some more product reviews here. So enjoy light entertainment here, and I'll see you over there.